Good morning. Welcome to Lark Songwriters Place celebration of National Poetry Month. It's 30 poets in 30 days. Today we're welcoming two poets. It's two poets for the price of one. Lucy Adkins and Marge Saiser, friends in Arizona today. They are both Lincolnites, Nebraskans, and today they're visiting in Arizona. They're going to be reading. Each of them will be reading from their poetry, and I'm looking forward to it. I asked them to do this in part because of a quote from a friend of mine, Hansman, who runs a writing retreat center in the Northeast. I'll put the link to his writing retreat center in our chat so that people can find him. But he had said to me, the history of literature is the history of friendship of writers. And this is a great example of that history taking place. So thank you guys for reading. Lucy, let's start with you.
Yes, thank you for this opportunity, Karen. I would like to read my poem, Piano. There is that certain time of evening walking when you can hear the pianos of happiness, their music falling from the open windows of one or two houses along your way. You are just walking, staving off heart disease or toning your legs. Or maybe you are walking your dog with a little plastic baggie in your pocket, and there is that music, a tinkling like knives and forks against plates, a riff or two of laughter. And suddenly you know loneliness like you've never experienced before. You are the last child left at daycare, the little hand on 6, Miss Julie looking anxious out the door. You are the girl who takes herself to prom, the boy warming the bench, the swallow shut out of Capistrano. You are every moment of lonely that can happen in a life. Sometimes we limp along in this world, missing something we cannot even name. Maybe it is a piano, a Steinway, a baby grand. Maybe it is an old upright with cracked varnish and a sticky middle C. Just a piano, something to play the torch songs of our lives, the reggae, the rhythm, and the blues.
I love that poem. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy.
You're welcome.
I can feel the lifetime of longing and blues in it as I listen to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Marge.
This is a poem about my dad's sisters getting together to play cards in a snowstorm. The sisters play canasta in a snowstorm. The sister who can drive picks up the others, keeping the Pontiac chugging in each driveway while a sister steps out, pulling her door shut behind her, putting on her new Christmas stocking mittens. We have no business out in such a storm, one says, laughing, no business at all. But the wind takes her words and swirls them like snow across the windshield. It's on to the next house, the next sister. At the last house, they play canasta. The deuce is wild, even as they were in childhood. The wind blowing through the empty apple trees, the shadows of bumper crops. They're kids again, planning a prank in their farmhouse, while a salesman gets out of his car with his briefcase. Let's drape a sheet over Margaret's head. Margaret will do it, our ghost, bobbing and moaning in the doorway in broad daylight. We got rid of that one. Bring on the next one. We're rascals, sure as barnyard dogs. We're wild card players. The snow thickens, the coffee perks, and nothing is lost if it can be retold. We'll have to quit someday, one or the other says. We're getting up there in the years. We'll have to quit. But today, deal, sister, deal.
I love that poem. My sisters and I love that poem. We laugh every time we read it, and I'm so happy that you've recorded it for this because every time we talk about that poem, we think that's us. Even though none of us know how to play canasta, we feel like those rascals who'd come up with some crazy story. So thank you. Thank you for all sisters everywhere. And thank you both for being such good friends and sharing your time with us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.